Hello everyone, today we are going to start with the DOM. Find the DOM lecture and I create a new folder. This I named this one DOM and I will open with VS Code. Firstly, I create an index.html. And style.css. And another one JavaScript. .js. This one we have DOM, ES6 and lesson. In this lesson, I was using materialize style, so I have to go to search materialize, materialize, and get start. This one materialize style CSS, so I have to put this above 2v. And another one JavaScript to see v. Inside there I will put class container and x4 id title paig. Under this one we will have the div class class path. We have the paragraph class delete rst. Copy down for more. This should enough for HTML. Save and we link there's our style. TYS and killing dot slash style.css and JavaScript, our JavaScript pt script. This one dot slash JavaScript ES6. So save this one and go to it. We start our document. The DOM is mean document object modifier, and we will have to modify. Firstly, we console log document clg ocument document. We save this one and go to open live server, and we press F12 for the console. So we look back our document. It have the header. Inside the body we have A4, the ID operator, and that we create in in this one. Then we click in index.html. So line by line. So we go to start our JavaScript. Before we jump into start this one, I want to talk about the document of finding the HTML object. So this one, finding the HTML object. If we console log document as like as we document.or, so it will show up the or. If we document.body, it will show the body. Type, we have many links, domain, compose, font, has image, depend on inside in our creating, so we can call the name and create it the action. So later on we will use this of method. So I have to jump in to go define element. So find element is mean document dot get element by ID. So we will take this ID number and this ID number and create the style, change the tag. So we can do many things. So we can call by class name. We can call by tag name. So we go to log out that one. CLG to CUMENT document dot get element by ID. Our ID is a file title. This should match together. This ID and this ID. So we save. Go to our browser. So it will take this paragraph. It will call it. We will put the action over there. So we select the product title that have ID. This A4 have the product title ID. We can also call by the class name. CLG CUMENT document dot get class name, get element by class name. Our paragraph, we have class of delete. When we save this one, yeah, we got the HTML collection that we have the lid for the index of 0 is will be the first paragraph. Okay, we got it. And another thing, we can call by the tag name. CLG CUMENT document dot get element by tag name. So we take the paragraph and paragraph is not defined. Sorry, I forgot the code, single code paragraph. Just save. Yeah, we got the same thing. Like we call the class name. This time is we take the paragraph. we can also call the A4 save, because inside there we have the A4. So we get the A4, the title of file ID, file title, this one. Now we are going to see the changing element. Firstly, I call the header and change the inner tag. So we start document document dot get element by get by ID and for title. We change the inner HTML. In this one, we change the tag view to the tag. We not yet save, so this title will change in when we save. Head tag is coming, so we can change the inner tag. And the next one, we copy this down one more, and we change this to tag content. Tag content. This time we will check the tag content tag. Whatever you want to type out tab. We comment this one, and when we hit save, our title will change. Content tag is work the same thing, and I copy this down, comment this one. Now we are going to see the style. Document get element by ID. We still take our title, so this time we will change the style. Style dot color, color, and we put inside this one the red color. So we hit save. Now the color is changed. We can also put the margin of heading, so I will comment this one. Color, style, margin, this time 3 IM RAM. It's very big. Now is the margin 3 RAM is coming. So we can style by, this means we can style by JavaScript. And document, copy this down. Now we are going to see about the set attributes of style. Set attributes. So we insert the class name CLGA as class. Yes, user. Still lead user lead. When we hit save, inside this one we didn't create the class, but we create in JavaScript. So when we console log this time, CLG dot get element by ID title. We hit save. inside our index.html is not have the class userList, but we create the JavaScript, so the userList coming. When we log the userList also see. Now this one we should put paragraph list. It no matter, it's a class name. We cannot only select by the ID, by the class name, by the tag name. We also have the query selector. jQuery, how do you call? We also have the query selector. ESCTOR query selector. document document dot query selector. In this time, for the get element by ID, we'll also put, we already put the ID, so we don't need to put. Now we select that, we have to put ID sign. Title. And we change the inline of HTML. Curse like that. Now the title is changing. At the same thing, we copy more time. Tag content. Please select content. Comment this. And we hit save. Select the content is coming. And comment this line. The ty is style.color. Now we put yellow. We have saved the yellow paragraph. Got this time. Now we take the margin. Sorry, we forgot this time. Margin, we put 5 round. We hit save. Now they might insert to the margin. For this one, attributes. Set attribute. UTE attributes. Class name. Now we put the paragraph list. We don't need to put the behind one. Save. So this will not change it, but is insert to the paragraph title class list. So we go to see at the element. We have the class list. This for the quiz selector. We can select by the class name by using the dot, and we can select by the paragraph name, like we put this above. Select by uphill. So we can do many things. The next one, I will go to quick selector all. Yeah, ECTOR quick selector all. Before we go to quick selector all, I will show you when we call the quick selector. Now we take the class list. So our paragraph have the class list. So now we are going to change the class paragraph list to all of this dot delete. We see this style. So it's the one we should put id red style. So if we take the effect to the first class list, so it will not affect the other. They are also have the class list, but it will not affect to the scan or that. It will affect the first sentence only. So we go to, that's why we have to click select that all. Con P odd number we assign the odd number paragraph ODT document dot quick selector or we take the paragraph that have the chime ODT odd number P ODT dot over 4. When we create the JavaScript fundamental function, we also have the for each or for loop in. Now we will use the for each for the our paragraph list and ctl function free paragraph at ty style dot color color. Now we put green GRE and green color. We hit save. Now this will not, it already clean, so the behind is white, so it's not appear. So we change the color to IED red, save. So we're looking to the red color. And now this time we go to change the event number. C1SG con event number. DOCU document dot quick select all and paragraph and time. Check out the time. Event number. Event number dot for each function paragraph function paragraph dot. Now we take the background color style dot background back ground. Now we put the green color, save. Now the event paragraph, we have the background color, green color. We can also change the tag, graph dot the tag content. This sentence we put the odd at en t en ce odd sentence, and we copy this one and paste sentence evn event sentence. Now we got the odd sentence, even sentence, odd sentence, even sentence, odd sentence. Comment. Now we are going to look back the navigation between nodes. So the node have parent node, child nodes, node number, and first child, last child, next sibling, previous sibling, and children. We assign to call our in our index.html. We have div class is inside div class. We have the children paragraph, and we also have the sibling. So we were using that one. I assigned this for div ment document dot query selector, not selector or query selector, div dot paif, and we also assign the paragraph the active tag document dot query selector, child. We already call it. We are possible to use clg dot child node. It will take this way console log the child node. The index of 0, it will take the paragraph, so the child nodes have the problem to this one. We comment this one, and this time we clg log the div dot chil din children one, will log the children. We will get this one. Now we got only our paragraph. Mostly I use the children. clg paif div dot first child. When we hit save to the first child, we will get the tag. We will not get the paragraph. Actually, we need the first child to be this paragraph, so we were not using the child first child. So I will use the first element child. So we got our paragraph clg dot el element child. So when we hit save, we got our paragraph only. Paragraph is this one. CLG RA, then we div dot LAS the last child we hit save. We got the tag. When we comment this one and CLG RA we print div dot LAS the last element child. We got our paragraph list. It will take effect to the last child. The last element child we also have the sprint, previous sprint. G dot PAIA div dot sprint, previous sprint. We got the tag. So when we console log the previous element sprint, when we hit save, so we get the A4. Code in our index.html, they are sprint at the same line, div pra and A4 title. Now we go to see the next element sprint. CLG dot div dot next sprint save. We got the tag. Whatever we don't have, but it's log out the tag. So actually this one didn't have the next element sprint, but it will log out the div. This tag. Go to comment this one and CLG PAIA we dot next element sprint LEMENT element SIPINT sprint save. So this time we will get the no, because the main of this one, this sentence have the previous sprint of A4, but in the next comment inside under them we have this have not sprint, so it will print out the none, log out the no. Okay, trying to understand. CLG RA we dot PARENT parent and OT node save div container. So now we got the parent node and CLG dot PAI parent element save. We got the same thing for different. So we have the div inside the container, so it will log. If we put the parent, it will be div class container. If we call this one child, it will log out these two div. No, A4 and one div. So when we call this class of the children will be paragraph. Okay, and comment this one. Page. This time we will going to see about the adding deleting element. create element. So now we go to see the create element. element. This create element, we can not only create the paragraph inside the index.html, we also can create the JavaScript. So now we go to assign our new paragraph, what we created. Use CUMENT document dot create element, and we are creating paragraph. Inside our paragraph, we will create the class name. Name is equal to, we delete. We already create our paragraph and class name. So we should put our tag append child to the tag node. What this we want to write. CU document dot create tag node, and inside this one we have create paragraph. When we hit save, we will not see anything because we just created. We do not yet append to the document. So we have to assign this one unstconst at the end. We call this one document document create selector PAIF. We can use it now for div dot avent append child find paragraph. It means we create the paragraph, so we append our tag node create paragraph to this P, and now we call the paragraph div inside the index.html, and we put our new creating paragraph to the paragraph div. So now when we hit save, and we see new created paragraph. We also have the delete or remove element. IEMO remove element element. We have the remove element document. So we assign our document, and we div schedule document dot selector. and with div dot a file, and CNSG con we also select our paragraph. Please select that, and we put our paragraph. Sorry, we have forget document. And T. We already signed our paragraph, so we're going to use this one. A F TN with div dot IE, and we remove child PA. What we should remove? So now I wish remove the second index of div. When we save, X type of execute remove child when the child knows from middle one is not the node type. Sorry, we should put quiz selector, or it will print call the node list. So when we hit save, the index of 0 first, index of 1 will be second, and put index of 3, so the index of 2, the third one is gone, not C. When we comment this one, save, and we have the third paragraph, but when we using this one, the third paragraph is gone. We remove that paragraph, the third paragraph. Okay. Now we go to replace element. Replace element. This will come up like this one, document of replace child, new one, and to the old one. To go to create con and interview new TITLE title CU man dot CIATE create ELEMENT create element. We create the A4 again, and the new title ID should put the ID of title. Now we create our tag node, new title dot event fun child cu document dot CIATE create tag node, and this time we will use the new paragraph title. New paragraph title. We call the O1 OLTO TLE title. We call that by ID. CU dot get element by ID. Title is mean we call this title. We call inside there our main dips when SD code the end with div. Now we put cu document dot ueri quiz selector with class untin. Yeah, the parent of this before where we have the class container div, so we call the class container div and inside this one, inside the main div, we return new title to the old title. Before we save, we see the paragraph. When we save the new paragraph 1, we get the new paragraph title. So we also have, this means we also have the refresh child. Comment this one. So now we go to the event listener method. We have to have the link when we click the button. Link button a tag ptn dot adds more dot primary primary Kara. We will not go anywhere. Inside this big more. And we hit save. In our we should wrap in the container. And there, so we under upper key save. We got our button in the container. Document cument document dot cueri create elector create selector. We select the class of add more. Add more. Add event listener and what we will listen when we click. So we put the click and what were we done? We make the function clg click it click, just log out that one. So now it's not yet logged when we click the button. So we click this. When we click it will count. When we click one time it will count. When we click more it will count. So we can assign the function. So I control C this one and comment. We cut out our function and we assign our function name on click on click. So we can use there. Function name should be on click, should be matched. Now add sign click save. Now we got the same thing. So whatever you want to write the name function inside there, so we can separate to using function and one place and document at event listener selector is one place. We can also create like this one. const add add more, and we split this one, add more. So we have saved. It's still working. So you can split and type out. I'm gonna be this one and move down. This time we not log out, so we repeat the command, and inside this one we have the event target element. CLG dot te target. When we hit save, we target on the add more, so it will print. It will log out the a tag. When we want to get the class name, so it will have to put the CLG e dot target dot les class and name. When we hit save, it's auto log out the target name. But when we click this one, we got our class name btn add more btn primary class. Same as we click in this one, btn add more btn primary class. And we CLG e dot target dot id. When we hit save and go to console, it's nothing. So it's got the nothing, because in our index.html in the link is not have the id. When we put the id btn save, we go to logout e.target.id. When we click the id, it will print out. It will log out the btn. It also have the class list clg dot dot cle class list list save. Click this one. We got our class list. Find the array btm 1 index or 0 index 1 index add more, and array class list mean array class, and comment this one clg e dot time stand set. When we click, this will take the millisecond timestamp. It will change it every time. Okay, alright. I will comment this one. In the next, we are going to see mouse event. It will have click, double click, mouse down, mouse up, mouse under, mouse left, mouse over, and mouse out, mouse move. So then we have class add more and id button. So we will take the add more class. CU ment document dot quiz here quiz slider. we will select the class add more. Why more? Dot as event listener. We listen to the click function. UNCTML function. CON console CLG ELICK ED click. We save and go to C. One we not yet click in, it will not log out. So when we hit click, so he will click out. When we hit one time, it will count 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. It listens on click. So now we are going to see the double click. Copy it down. TPL click. So when we listen to the TPL click, DOUPLE double click. So when we comment it, save. And now when we click one time, it not happen. When we double click, it will log out double click. So we'll listen to the when we double click. And another one, comment this and have mouse down. MOUSE mouse tilt and down, mouse down. And mouse down. When we save, it means when we click, we not up our mouse. Left click, we not yet up, so it will log out. This means mouse down. And another one, mouse up. We hit save. So when we press, it's not logged out yet. When we up the left click, so it will console log mouse out. This means it's listen to mouse up and mouse under. And so that time we not click. When we go to under, so it will log out. And okay. And we also have the same one, mouse lift. Mouse. If we lift, mouse lift. Hit save. When we go to under, so it will not log out. When we click, also it will not log out. When we lift, so it will log out. And mouse lift, mouse over. Save. And when we stay here, it will not log out. So when It's same as the mouse under. When we hover on this button, is where log out. So when we go in and out is where log out. Okay. And now mouse out. Let's save. And when we go to inside and hover, is when not log out. When we click, it's not log out. So when we out of the button, so it will log out. It's similar at the mouse lift. And another one, mouse move. As mouse MOV move. Save. Okay. Now when we go to hover on this one and move along inside the button, is where log out. When we move, is where counted. In the next, we are going to learn about the keyboard event. So this will take this one, this row. So inside the div we have class row and class column S12, class row again, and now class input pure. So we have the input name, ID name, type tag, and label for name and the name. So now we will record the ID of name to using our event. Document dot quick select that. We will select the ID of name. Value document dot select that. As given listener key down key down function to console clg dot ty p type. We log out the type and we call the name, and when we hit key down, this will log out the type of whatever we want to do. So it's here. So when we click on there, it's not happen. When we press something, oh, it will count key down. K is also key down. When we hit on this one, it will count. When we press one keyboard, one key, so it will log out key down. And we also have key up. Key up. When I press, and it will not log count. When I up, it will count the key up. Okay, that's key up, and we have key patch is similar as key down. Save. When we hit key is where log out. And key focusing we not yet save. Okay. When we save is where reload. Now when we focus is where log out the focus. We not yet click anything. So when we focus on to right or to right down is where log out. And bra. So we save. When we focus on there is not do anything. When we press key down, it will not do anything. When we click the outside is where log out the. When we go in and out is where count. When we click in this again and click the outside is where log out the bra. And cut. Control V, save. There, when we type something, here I are, value, okay. So it's where not log out. So when we cut it, is where log out. So we save. Now when we hit something is when not log out. When we delete is when not log out. When we press is when log out. I'll copy this sentence. See? And press is when log out the key type is when not log out the keyword that I put. And now we also have the input. Set. When we type the input, when we type the key is where count. When we hit one key is where count. Is where when we up is also where count. When we down is also where count. Up and down is he counted to be one time. Paste here also count. When we cut it, this will also count to the input, whatever we have action in input. Now I comment this all. Now we are going to go to continuous event delegation. Now GATR1. And we should have under this one we press, we paste, we hit save and go to look back. We have this paragraph tag and delete this way. When we click on delete, it will not happen anything. So we have to go to put the click event. I cut this one time and dot to NTN container when we save. Sorry. We put inside the container. Okay. When we click the button, it's not happened yet, so we should count the class that are contained the button delete. So all of this line have the delete button. So now we are going to take the all of the document, all of our index.html. So COCUMENT document dot body dot add even listener. We are listening to CLICK click view HTML function e if we should we put if then e.target class list. We use the class list. We already learned about the class list above. Why is this? We have the e.target.class list and click. We also learn. Now we class list dot contain that are contain the class list contain btn that delete delete one. Okay, if when we target on the class list that are contain btn delete, so we will do something now. ICLG delete delete UTT on button CLICK click. So save. When we click this one, when we click on this submit button, it will not happen because it's not have button delete btn delete. So when we click this one, they are the same. They have the button click. When we click on one of this one, it will log out the delete click. Now we are going to do something. When we click it, we will to remove it. We will delete the paragraph. Target dot AINT parent EMT element dot remove save, because we should right. Why we are putting the parent, so btn class just only for the button, so we want to delete all of the paragraph, not all of the paragraph, the whole paragraph. So btn is just for this link, so his parent will be this paragraph. So I will delete first paragraph, and when we click there, the first paragraph is gone. When we click, it's gone. When we reload, it will come up because they are not in local storage. Okay, so this for the delete. Now we are continuous to see about the local storage. Now CL local AT HE storage. See Control V local storage. We have set key item. First one keyword value and get the item. When we reusing it will have keyword. We take the keyword and clear. We take nothing. So we go to see the action. Okay, firstly I set the item to the local storage. Stop CT set item. This one will be keyword. So we put the name. The time where we value Stephen. To save. We see nothing in there, but when we go to local storage, go to this button and go to application and go to the local storage. So we have our name field, name keyword for the value. We also have the section storage. The section storage is mean when we close the browser, so it's gone. Local storage, how we can delete, so if we click on this line and it's gone. So we set item here when we save again. When we save this one and go to see in the browser, it will come back because we set, now we set in this one. Okay. Now we are going to how to reuse that name. And sticon getcat and AME name CL local storage dot get and dump. And set we need keyword only. Set LG getcat, we log out our name field. Save. Well, we go to see at the console, it will log out this Stephen. We no need to type inside there, but we are reusing that we have in the local storage. Okay, this for local storage, and we also have the remove item. EL local storage dot remove item, and what we remove name. Save. So when we remove inside this one, this will gone. We don't need to click clear all like I said before. Okay, we reset our name field, and now okay, we reset, save. Now it have again inside the local storage. When we go to clear local storage dot clear, save. Now it's gone. Okay. Now we are going to see at the action inside. We put the value inside this submit button and this input tag and submit. Okay. This one we don't need now, so I will comment this one. Comment this, save. Now it's gone. Okay. So see you ambient document dot create create se selector. We select our form. We select this form. This is for tag name. We select tag name. And even listener, we listen to submit. What we do, we do something. const USI user docu document dot get element by ID and take the input ID name and dot vel ue value untitled USI user if our local select our local select dot get item USI user is equal to no it means nothing. If our user field is nothing, is where USI user will show up the empty array L SEL USI user. We take the user focus select dot get item USI as user our user, but our local storage we should when we take from the local storage we were stored by the stream. So when we reuse this one, so is where we have to part it. Okay, I take this one and JSON. We wrap in the JSON. So now we should part the JSON for using. Now we are going to insert our user. View ES6 put USI user or local select dot set item USI as user JSON dot string file. We wrap the new user. We pass it. This one is mean we wrap when we store by the JSON. If we not store by JSON, if we just put it only is where overwriting again and again, so we cannot store by the object our many input field. Okay, if we store in local storage, so we have to put by the JSON, we have to insert by the JSON, otherwise we will overwrite it. Okay, this means we save in local storage, so I just put something name TEVN Steven, so I hit enter. It's go to store. No, sorry, what happened? Oh, there. We should value, save, save, not Control A, Control S. Put Steven, we clear or fail and add TEVEN, Steven and submit. So it will store one object in the string and another one as Sarah. We submit, so another object, another JSON is where wrap in the JSON style. JavaScript object node is mean JSON. Okay. Now we are how we can use it. We const str user we call to using. This time when we use, we should pass in the JSON path to be array. Local storage dot get, not set item, get item from the local storage as user. Now when we pass it is where come from the array. So now we have to loop for it. str user for ES6. For it we also learn about that one. For it for loop. str user and clg console log str user save log. For each one we have this Steven and Sarah inside our local storage when we go to C. So it log out Steven and Sarah. Okay, this for the local storage. We also have the project. After I finish this code, so I will make one video for the project 7 in local storage. And before we make our project, in the next I will go to object oriented. This will already end our DOM, but I will not make another video for JavaScript object oriented. So I will put together. And we comment this our form. Where is and to set this one, comment it and paste another form. Save. And we got our form. User list and name, email, and password. For our objects oriented, I will go to ES6. Start from the ES6 only. I will not go like a ES5 before ES6, like a ES5 or something else. I will not go. So I just only go for the class constructor. And now I create a class name, class constructor. As one person constructor first and AMI name, last last and AMI name. This should be uppercase. Our email. This dot fir first name. Schedule first name. Last name is equal to last name. Email. Also we need to put one only. And now we are going to log out. So before we log out, we have to assign our person name. C-O-N-S-T con T-E-V-E-N Steven is equal to new person person for the first name T-E-V-E-N Steven, for the last name Smith, and email .com. Yes, Steven. So what did we log out? We log out the first name, last name, and email. So we can assign like this in our constructor. And another person, we also can create a new person, Sarah. Schedule and need to renew PRSON person. CIA Sarah. Sarah Johnson. Email aisr@gmail.com. So when I log out the Sarah, it will log out the Sarah Johnson and email. Before we learn this one, we have to add the about. We have to make one by one function. So now we have the object oriented. It means we can use our form again and again. The greeting also. Multiple user is me. And use is more one time. So now I should return email of this dot app first name and dot last name is this dot email. One we log of Sarah. So what we get? One. Oh, sorry. I'm not using greeting. So we should put Sarah dot greeting. Save. So now we got email of Sarah Johnson is sarah@gmail.com. At the same one, we put the Stephen greeting. It will log out the email of Stephen Smith is Stephen@gmail.com. It will get the same thing. And another thing I want to put the tag of part DOB dot PRIT part schedule new DATE tag DOB. Now we are going to calculate 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 AGA calculate TLN function and a different a dot now. We have to create noun to the birth, so we have to minus this dot birthday dot get time. We have to assign AGEX date schedule and EW DAT date ITURN return method ABS data GT get U t fc. We should put full year 1970. We save. We have to calculate the age, so we need the age. We didn't need the put inside this one. 9, that 99. 40s. Sarah. 2, that 2, that 2000. What is the line? Also, I forgot the comma. We hit it. The calculate x. So we take the x number only. We not take the birth year. So how many x we should calculate? So this is the function for the calculate the x. I comment this one, and we can console log. Now we are going to console log clg calculat calculate agx. Save and cache. Calculate is not defined. Oh, okay, this should not, like this should mathematic. So stay undefined. Oh, we should put the person top. Now this work surely, and we get the 21. Oh, but in September 1999 is get 21. At this for this Sarah. So also get the 21. Because of now it's just in August, so it will not happen. This will not much different. We put this for the September. No, this one. This will be the date number. This will be the month. So when we save, now we got 20. Okay. We also have the static method at and static add and u and b a number a to b return a plus b, and we log out clg tv and Steven dot it is at number. So when we hit save, it will catch the undefined. It will not working. So because of this static method, when we put this static method, it will not log out. When we put the person, that is, it's only the person can using for the static. When we hit the person, so why is put the function only? Oh, and just put add number, so we have not yet the value. So 5, save. Now we get 10. Okay. It means that when we put static, only the class name can use it. We should put clg tev and Steven dot add number 5, Save. Type of string is not a function. So it means we cannot use, because it's for this static method we can use this only. Okay. And now we are going to see the extend class constructor. I should comment this or and ES6 class PERS1 constructor first and name last and name dot first name is equal to first name, last name. Okay, this is for the person. And another one, CSS class user extend person. So whatever the method in the person, the user will reuse it. Also create a new constructor. First name, last name, email, OLE, row. We should put super for the first name and last name. So we will not be assigned like this again. We extend person. This now our class is user class, but we extend from the person. We can put inside there and use the super. So it means we can use like a person use. This dot email dot 0, and we have to log out. con steven new ver is one person steven smit smith steven gmail.com admin the row admin clg steven. When we save, we got the first name and last name only, because in our person we just have first name and last name. But in our user, when I copy this down and comment this one, this is new user. We take the same thing. We can get first name, last name, and row and email. So it means the user extend from the person. We don't need to type out like this. We just need to put the super, and we can extend. greeting greeting. IETUN return. hello. First name. Stop. Last name. Greeting. Save at. We got the hello Stephen Smith. We also got, when we use the user, we also can use the method in the prototype. It means prototype in the person. But with when we put inside there, greeting user, we sign it, and TUI return, we return the same thing. To C, to V, save, and comment this one, and GI, the greeting user, and save. We got is working, still working. But if we take the new person and using this one, we cannot use method inside the user because the person is the main. It just have only first name and last name. And I save it. So it's the error. Stupid greeting is not a function type error. That means we also log out the same thing. We return the same thing. We just change the function name. But in the person, we can use this method only. And in user, we also extend from the person and we add the new one. So this means we can use, when we use the user, we can use more than the person. Okay, it's a little bit confusing, so try to understand. Okay, it may confuse a little bit, so in the next video I will have project. So I will show you my project. I already created that. This is for the DOM project. When we open with live server and we fetch the Stephen Smith. I give the password to 123 and submit. I use it for the ID. It's also show the alert for the user created and Stephen Smith. And when I click this one, user remove, so it will remove it. So this is for the next video. So if you like to see when I upload it, and you can subscribe and hit the bell. Okay, thank you for watching. This is maybe confusing. When I start to learn, I also confused about this one. And I try to understand more than one time. Surely if you try, you can understand clearly. Sorry for the explanation is not much. And when we learn the project, it will show up how it is work. So you will have more understanding. Okay, alright, thank you for watching.